Hi, this is Makonas Bukani, the leader and the founder of the Young Men Empowerment Forum. Continue today with part 2 of the great topic that we started that speaks about how to become a great leader. This is part 2. And as a young man, I've said to you yesterday that it is very important to aspire to become a great leader. It's very important for you to dream to become a great leader because we are born for a purpose as individuals. And each one of us should be a leader in our own purposes. Remember that where God called you, you are automatically a leader of that purpose. Now, leadership, I've always emphasized that we are all born leaders. But we are all born leaders of our own purpose because there's always a question of whether leadership, you're born a leader or we develop leaders. And I want to emphasize that everyone is born a leader, rather born with a potential to become a leader in your own purpose. But then we develop as life goes on. So in other words, leaders are both born and developed. And that's very key that we take up that one. It's very important also that as a young man, when you are a leader, then you desire to become a great leader because to be an average leader, everybody can be. And many people are average leaders. And in this world and age, at the moment, we need strong and great leaders. Because as I've said earlier, that we have got a vacuum of leadership as it is right now, both in political circles and in society. So therefore, we need strong and great leaders right now. So therefore, every young man that I'm speaking to you right now, I want you to desire and develop a hunger to become a great leader. And maybe in a few years' time, who knows, we're going to be having great leaders in you. So I want to urge you, young men, that please rise up to desire to become a great leader. Now, in order to do that, you must increase your emotional intelligence. You must make sure that you increase your emotional intelligence as a young man. Now, emotional intelligence should be that you aspire to develop it at an earlier age. What is emotional intelligence? Emotional intelligence is that added advantage and ability to be able to live with other people in peace. And that is the underlying part of emotional intelligence. Emotional intelligence is ability to judge emotions of the situation and be able to respond to those emotions appropriately in an environment where you are studying environment, you're studying the situation, you're studying what is happening, you're studying the temperature of the environment, and you are able to behave or to respond appropriately. That's what we call emotional intelligence. But remember, emotional intelligence starts from within you. In other words, it must be a decision that you make, that you are going to develop emotional intelligence. But emotional intelligence develops generally from what we call a humble spirit, a humble heart. Because people of arrogance, people of pompousness, people that look down upon others, they don't have emotional intelligence because they don't care how other people feel. But somebody with emotional intelligence will always care about how other people will feel. And everything that they say, they will calculate it. They'll be careful of what they say. And therefore, they will always judge their words based on would they be comfortable if someone else was to say the same thing to them. So in other words, they will actually mince their words and judge their words and put their words on the scale and therefore scrutinize the words and check if these words are palatable to the ears of other people. And that should start with one, checking if these particular words are palatable to your own ears. And that's emotional intelligence. Now, emotional intelligence is not easy, but it is something that's a great weapon because emotional intelligence increases partnerships with people. It improves the relationships. It makes people to be relating to you in a cordial manner. You become likable by people, and therefore you are able to cooperate with people in every sphere of life. Now, by so doing, you're actually able to lead the people because if you don't have emotional intelligence that is adequate, you're not going to be able to lead the people either because people that you are leading, subordinates, They are actually vulnerable people as well. They are human beings as well. They've got emotions as well. So in other words, they want to be respected as you want to be respected. They want to be well cared of as you want to be well cared of. They want to be handled with care as you want to be handled with care as well. So every human being want to be recognized. Every human being want to be respected. So all, even your subordinates, they want to be respected as you want to be respected. But emotional intelligence is able to give you an added advantage because you are able to respect everyone despite of their background. So you are able to respect all kinds of people in a very high level way without making choices of who you're respecting and who you disrespect. So that's very, very important. And that is part of emotional intelligence. But also when you want to become a great leader as a young man, I want to encourage you to keep developing yourself because this is very key as well. Now, development of self would mean that you develop yourself psychologically, develop yourself emotionally, develop yourself socially, develop yourself academically, develop yourself relationship wise, because it's going to be very important that in all spheres of your life, you actually look at areas that need strong development. You cannot fold your arms and say, I'm not good in this area. But as a great leader, as a young man who's desiring to become a great leader, you definitely need to aspire to become a great person. Now, I want to emphasize that education in this regard becomes very important. So, as a young man, I want you to prioritize your education right now. Now, some of you are still at school. Some of you have finished matric and have decided not to continue anymore. And some of you actually have studied something that you are not actually much happy about, but you still desire to do something else. So I want to urge you that it's never late when it comes to education. Now, therefore, as a young man, I want you to develop yourself because reading of books, studying, and becoming educated, it opens up your mind. You are able to see things differently. And also an open mind through education is an open mind to be able to learn. Because when you are able to learn, you are able to develop yourself and become a better person all the time. Now, as a young man, if you are going to be a great leader, it's going to be very important that you keep developing yourself. Now, development of self as well is not only through books. We're learning from circumstances. We're learning from situations of our lives. So therefore, this will mean that some situations may look negative to us. Some situations may look challenging to us. We might be questioning why me. We might be questioning why this happens to me. But I want to urge you to understand this as a young man, that some of the situations are there to come and refine you, as painful as they are, but they are there to come and shape you. They are there to come and develop you. Now, ability to be patient even in difficult situations is a way of growing and developing. Now, I'm saying this so that as a young man, you may understand that there are situations that may look untoward, but they are there to shape you. They are there to develop you. So please always be ready and keep developing yourself in being patient, even in difficult circumstances like that. Now, some of the people are brought next to you or around you, and they are horrible people. They are people that are treating you bad. They are people that are treating you actually with disdain. And that could be that these people are sent for a purpose around you in order to develop you. Now, sometimes we pull ourselves out of those people. We deal with them harshly, and we don't want to associate with them because we are denying ourselves of opportunity to learn. But when you are a learning individual, you'll realize that there are people that come your way in order to provide a platform for you to learn. Some not in a bad way, but there are those that are very important around you as people that are coming to empower you. And that is why, as a young man, I want to urge you to associate also with people that are high above you, people that can input some great input inside your life that will help you to mature and grow. People that will develop you, people that will challenge you to move from where you are and become a better person. So this is very important, but it's going to come with your decision to associate with people that are high above you, people that will challenge you out of your comfort zone for you to rise up to a better platform as well. I want to end up here today. Your host, Maikona Spokane. Thank you very much, great leader. Thank you very much, young man. And thank you for listening to us today. We will deal with part 3 tomorrow. And please join us as we deal with part 3 tomorrow. May the good Lord bless you. And cheers for now.